What's going on? Flip my Premium here, back with another Epic 7 video, and today we're going over the update for October 13th. And so we got a general overview of what's coming up this week. It's not much. It's a good thing because we get to save, right? Save for a potential new limited. We are getting a brand new skill change. It's going to be Unbound Knight Arowell, so we'll be taking a look at that today. We are getting the side story rerun and a few couple of other things, so nothing too crazy. But we got skill change Arrow here, Arowell Unbound Knight. She is going to be the new light skill change that's coming to Epic 7. We're getting the Blood and Roses side story rerun, so if you haven't gotten a chance to take part in that, you'll be able to run through that again here. Hopefully we get a brand new one this year, but I don't know. We'll see if we get a new like Halloween story or anything like that. The World Arena Conquest season is ending on October 15th, so you have just a few more days to climb up to Masters if you haven't already done so you can pick up that very nice Apoc Ravi skin. If not, it'll be in the shop eventually. Astromancer Elena will also be dropping, and she's going to be global banned there. The Guild War Triumph season also begins. You have until October 20th to pull for Lua and Spatial Temporal Fan, so she's going to be here for another little while. So if you're still on the fence about her, you'll be able to see some more RTA play after the season is over, because right now she's banned, right? So they released her and she wasn't banned. And then everybody raged because, you know, she was released towards the end of RTA season, and so they decided to ban her. We're getting Zahak's drop a rate up this week. You're going to have until October 20th to pick him up. A unit that, you know, is pretty decent in specific cases, but you don't really see him around too much. You know, with him and his artifact, they're okay. They're nice to have. Melissa is another one of those units that you don't see too often. She's been buffed so many times though, and her kit is very strong. It's just very difficult to really position her in the right places, but she's going to drop on October 20th. So with her, she's getting a drop rate up with Selene and Secret Art Storm Sword. Her arty here, Selene's arty, is actually really strong. It's used, of course, with Selene to give her that extra boost in damage, right? But it's also been used in Selene's Moonlight version, right? Spirit Eye Selene, and it allows her to cut in front of openers if you make her fast enough. So there is that. I don't think mine is fully limit broken. I don't think I have the powder for that. Again, free to play, so it is what it is. But on the Mystic rotation, we are getting Astromancer Elena with Wanderer Silk. You know, Wanderer Silk is a 4-star Moonlight unit, and you might see her quite a bit if you play RTA, because she is one of the best speed imprints in the game. Astromancer Elena, you know, no one really knows how good she's going to be, but she's meant to counter units, right? So she hits you with that cannot counter, and that's pretty much GG, right? So we'll see how well she does. I'm still not convinced though. You know, looking at her on paper, you know, from her skills, it's tough because it doesn't seem like she does a lot of damage, and she can get resisted, right? So we might do a few pulls here and there, but I don't know if we're going to go ham. But let's talk about Unbound Knight Arowell. She is the brand new skill change that is going to be dropping, and she does look really nice. I do like the whole aesthetic that she has going on. So it is a nice little change to her base 3-star form. And we actually made a video about Arowell because she got buffed. She got buffed recently. So if you want to go check that out, I'll put it here I'll put it somewhere up at the top. And she does okay. She has a lot of damage mitigation, and she can potentially be a really broken knight depending on how they set her up, how they set up her skills, what they did with her runes. And so let's take a look at it. Let's see how good she's probably going to be. So it looks like they did something to her skill 3. So before, she would attack the enemy with a 75% chance to stun for 1 turn, and she would grant a barrier to all allies for 2 turns. She is a health scaling bruiser, so she does deal damage based on her health. So now with Judgment of Light, which is her new skill 3, she attacks the enemy with a shield, dispelling all buffs. So she has a full strip and a 75% chance to stun for 1 turn before granting a barrier to all allies for 2 turns. And then she still scales off of health damage on health, right? So she has a full strip on her skill 3. That sounds pretty good, right? It's a single target, full strip, and then it goes into a stun, which can be potentially really devastating, right? Because if you pick the right unit here, so it goes on the Senya, right? You don't need to crit, you don't need to do anything. You full strip everything here, and then you stun, right? So it just completely disables 1 unit. So, I mean, it's not insanely strong. A full strip into a lockdown does kind of seem strong though, right? Her runes here, it looks like they're increasing her effect resistance, and then she's getting a lot of HP here, right? So she's going to be pretty tanky, really resistant to those debuffs, right? You want her to not get controlled. So the glory rune here at the start of the turn, when the caster does not have a debuff, if you fully max this out, it has a 100% chance to increase effectiveness for 1 turn, allowing you to land that full strip, right? Unity rune increases attack of all light elemental allies. And then the guard rune at the start of the battle grants a barrier proportional to the caster's max health to light elemental allies. I don't know about the light elemental thing. I don't like when they lock down specific skills on specific elements. That's never worked out well. It just limits the team comps that you can bring her into, right? Because who's going to have, especially if you're free to play, right? You're going to have to bring in a full light team. So that means that you're playing with only ML units, or you're probably playing with only 3-star ML units, right? And I don't know, I think it's kind of a tough position to put her in, restricting her to like a mono element, right? 1 element. Her relic rune here is increasing damage dealt by judgment. I mean, she's not going to deal damage, right? At least I don't think she's going to deal damage, but who knows? But I mean, she's going to be tanky. She's going to be a tanky knight that you'll bring with other light units that can do a full strip. You know, you won't get those conditional mono element skills, but I mean, I guess it's not too bad. Her achievement rune here, after using Judgment of Light, when the target is stunned, has a 100% chance to decrease skill cooldowns by 1 turn. So that's actually pretty strong, right? You decrease the skill cooldown by 1 turn. That's actually really nice, right? So that means that it's going to let you go a bit more often. Let's see. Yeah, it has 100% to decrease skill cooldowns by 1 turn. And then it allows you to go more often with the S3. Harvest rune here, when using shield thrust, has a 100% chance to recover health of the caster by 5%. So she recovers a little bit of HP when she S1s. And then the speed rune, she's getting also a CR push when she's using her S1. So a really good unit on counter, right? Because she is getting HP, she's getting a CR push on her S1. So every time that she can counter, she's going to push herself up. She's going to push herself up and heal herself up. So, I mean, for the most part, she seems okay. You know, I'm all up for updates. You know, her sprite animation is actually really nice. So we'll see how well she's actually able to do in game. You know, with her coming, you're going to want to build her on counter, but then you got Astromancer Elena, who counters units that can counter, right? So we'll see how it goes. So she is going to be dropping on October 13th. Let me know your thoughts about Unbound Knight Arowell in the comment section below. Like always, if you have enjoyed the video, hit that like button if you haven't subscribed. Hey, think about subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people like you who like content like this. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.